So 8 weeks into 2019, and snapshots are still being released for Minecraft's upcoming 1.14 update. And while it may be a good or bad thing depending on how your views are of the game, in a statement made by Mojang on the official Minecraft.net website, Mojang stated, "We are slowly entering the bug fixing and polishing phase of 1.14 Village and Pillage update, but that didn't stop us from sneaking in a few cool features." While I definitely have my opinions on this statement, and we'll get into them later in this video, it's still nice to know that we're getting close to the end of waiting, and 1.14's official release might be sooner rather than later. In this video, we're going to talk about 19W08A, Minecraft's newest snapshot. On the surface level, it feels like this one didn't add a lot to the game, but surprisingly it actually did. They even added an electrifyingly suspicious secret. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So let's start this video off on the things that you'll see upon loading up your Minecraft world. First things first, you'll notice that grass has been changed up a bit. Grass extends slightly further down the side of the block than it used to in the past. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad, though it will take me a little while to get used to it. The change in texture by itself doesn't stand out too much though, but adding snow on top of the block, you'll definitely notice a prominent difference. Snow extends down the block way further than it usually would, and if you look close enough, you'll even see slightly green grass sticking out from below, on top of having slightly more bluish browns, implying that the dirt on top has been frozen over. It's an extremely interesting texture that, on the base level when lined up all aside each other, looks pretty good. Another texture that's been completely changed are the 3 original variants of horse armor. The textures look way more refined in all of their variants, and honestly, they don't look too bad at all. To top it all off, craftable, dyeable leather horse armor has finally been added to Minecraft Java Edition with this snapshot. Craftable with an H pattern of leather within a 3x3 crafting grid, leather horse armor can also be dyed in over 12 million different colors. Having the ability for a horse's armor to not only be changed, but more accurately reflect a desired color scheme is all something that's really appreciated, and allows for some really interesting possibilities. However, cauldrons holding dye colors still hasn't been implemented in the Java edition like it is in the Bedrock edition of the game, but I'm hoping that's not too far behind. Fingers crossed. And in another snapshot video we did, we also talked about campfires, and an idea that Michaelmcchill had on how he could put them out was splash water bottles. In this snapshot, they added that very feature into the game. Mojang, it seems like you might be listening, so I've got another funny idea for you. Can I suggest making cats hate splash water bottles too? Maybe me and Michaelmcchill were lucky on guessing dyeable signs, but if they add this cat idea, well, you know where they got it from. So alright, in the previous snapshot, we got a brand new mob, and in this snapshot, we also got a new mob. Which one though? Well, to figure that out, we need to trek to a mushroom biome. At a first glance, nothing seems all that different, right? Red mushrooms everywhere. It's pretty normal. Well, if you sit there long enough in a thunderstorm, or if you get yourself a trident with channeling, you'll quickly figure out the difference. When a red mushroom is struck with lightning, you'll notice that they turn into brown mushrooms. So, yeah, a new mob. If you shear it, it'll drop brown mushrooms and turn into a regular cow, and there you go. But that's it, right? Well, no. Wrong. To make this mob even cooler, if you feed it a flower and then proceed to milk the brown mushroom, you'll get a suspicious stew corresponding with that flower. It's pretty awesome, genuinely. If you take a red mushroom and a brown mushroom and breed them together, you'll either get a red or a brown mushroom cow, which is pretty cool. It's nice to be able to get both rather than always being stuck with one choice. Regardless of the baby mushroom's color, it'll recognize the two cows as its parents. If you want to summon a brown mushroom, you'll probably notice that there's no spawn eggs for that mob. This is because the brown mushroom isn't actually its own mob yet, but rather just a variant of the regular mushroom, much like the snow fox is a variant of the regular fox with only a type difference. Spawning the mob is just as simple as using the command summon mushroom 3 tildes type colon quote brown unquote, as you can see here. So feel free to mess with them. Also, the brown mushroom babies are super cute, so that's a plus. Continuing on the mob trend, iron golems also got a pretty significant change, and this one is a definite plus. Upon generation, heading into any village, you'll notice that a single iron golem will now spawn in all villages, and this one was a necessity. Since the very beginning of the topic of raids, we've noticed that villagers have always been at a disadvantage to pillagers because they can't fight back at all. I mean, villagers have always had a disadvantage to zombies, but they've at least been able to hide away in the night. But now, they can definitely use all the help that they can get. And now, they'll always have a little bit more help. This one is a genuinely welcomed addition. When an army of pillagers or even zombies may show up at the doorstep of the villagers at any given time, they're gonna want to have some reinforcements. Now, they have just that. If only we could equip them with some weapons too, but that's another topic for another video. And speaking of fixes to mobs, foxes were changed. Although, we were mortified to see our brand new adorable baby fox companions drowning within the water, Mojang made a quick fix to foxes, realizing that this glitch existed, and made them be able to swim again. As it turns out, the issue was their bounding boxes and the height of their eyes was a little bit too low. Raising those variables, they're now able to freely swim after all the fish that they want, albeit pretty slowly. Hilariously enough though, foxes, pandas, and dolphins all had a glitch where they could wear armor when given to them through a dispenser. Imagine trying to give a dolphin armor through a dispenser. The mobs would hold the attributes of the armor, and it was pretty funny. Considering foxes can hold items within their mouths, giving a fox an enchanted fire aspect diamond sword and having it go after chickens is probably the greatest thing in the entire world. If we can make these little guys into little warriors, then I'm game. While the armor issue has been fixed, foxes can still use enchanted swords. Mojang, I'm begging you, do not fix this. The results are too great to pass up. And the last piece of this update before I get into my opinions on 1.14 so far, invisibility potions. Well, it probably doesn't seem like much. Invisibility potions have been updated. The changes are pretty massive. Before the snapshot, guardians and shulkers were able to see through your invisibility and either target you or just kill you outright through your invisibility. Now, they can't. When I say this is massive, I do genuinely mean it. To test his theory, Michaelmcchill drank an invisibility potion and a water breathing potion, swam into an ocean monument, found the Elder Guardian and killed it with ease, swam up, drank milk to get rid of mining fatigue, drank 2 more potions, went down, and reaped the benefits of the ocean monument. How long did it take him? Under 2 minutes with no armor. Only a diamond pickaxe. Easy? Yes, but to get these potions, you still have to go through the entire process of getting these potions. I think this one's kind of a good trade-off. This has been a problem for an extremely long time now, so it's nice to be able to take the plunge and not risk getting hurt at the sacrifice of having to do everything that you have to do to get an invisibility potion in the first place. At the beginning of this video, I talked about how Mojang decided to make the statement that they were almost to the polishing stages of 1.14, and I said that I would later talk about my thoughts on that, so here I am. When I read that Mojang was close to the polishing stages of this update, I was pretty happy, but then I thought about it a little bit more, and I have some reservations. Do I want Mojang to hit their deadline? Undoubtedly. Do I think it's smart that we're at the polishing stages though? That's what I'm not sure of. As of right now, the fletching table, the smithing table, and maybe even the bell still don't have their full functionality. I only include the bell because I've yet to see it actually do anything other than just be ringable. Villagers still don't have their schedules, and raids are kind of icky. They're broken. They just don't work. You can't put out the village and pillage update when the pillage part of that update is completely broken. At this point, I can kind of forgive the overhangs in villages. Are they crazy? Yeah. Are they fun? Usually. Are villages better than they were in 1.13 though? tenfold. Even without the villagers' new AI, villages are now pretty fun again. Maybe it's because they're in new shapes and new designs and new places, but the pillage part has got to come with this update too. Mojang, if you need more time on the update to get the pillaging part down, then take it, please. I've been saying this quote a lot recently from Shigeru Miyamoto, but a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. This is equatable to a lot of things, including updates to Minecraft. Take your time and make it good. Don't feel bad if you need to delay. 1.14 is turning out to be great so far, and I think the community would understand if you needed just a little bit more time to put some real polishing touches on this update. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on 1.14 thus far, and do you agree with anything that I just talked about? And how do you guys like the brown mushrooms? Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.